20 minutes to do whatever you need to do. You will get a coffee shop right on top, okay, of the Cango caves, right on top. The toilets you're going to get on the ground floor as we are about entering into the entry part.
The Cango caves are Africa's largest show caves and one of the 7 wonders of South Africa. It lies 29 kilometers from Oudtshoorn in the picturesque Cango Valley and is situated in a limestone ridge that runs parallel to the well-known Swartberg Mountains, and here you will find the finest dripstone caves with their massive halls and towering limestone formations in a variety of colors. The place is 114 kilometers away from Mossel Bay.
And then we have a bus group called Fortune traveling from India. That's correct.
It was originally thought to be only about 1 kilometer long, but the caves have been discovered to extend naturally for well over 5 kilometers. However, it could be even longer, larger, and more mysterious than current estimates. You can visit approximately 1/4 of the entire 5-kilometer system of interlinking tunnels. The rest is closed for conservation purposes. As you enter the caves, you will be greeted by an instant rush of warm temperature and humidity. The chambers are illuminated, so you won't miss any of the natural beauty of any of the cave chambers. From the entrance, a flight of stairs takes you down to the huge Van Zyls Hall, an amazing cave that is 107 meters long, 54 meters at its widest, and up to 17 meters in height. The Cango Caves boasts a number of pioneering firsts. It's South Africa's oldest tourist attraction. The first tour was conducted in 1891 and it has been a favorite tourist attraction ever since. It was the first to be protected by environmental legislation. In 1820, Lord Charles Somerset published the first caves regulation. It was the first law designed to protect an environmental resource in South Africa. It banned the collection of souvenirs and fined anyone caught damaging the cave's formations.
I'm going to switch on all the available show lights for you. Then you can take as many pictures as you like, I promise, for time. Now remember, it's 12 years after the discovery of the first chamber. The reason why it took so long, the pathway, it did not exist. It was blocked off by a solid clay wall. Have a look at my torchlight, please, in the back. That's the original entrance into this chamber. Yeah, so most of it further in length. It grows in width. In my torchlight, there we have two columns, a double completed column. One to the left side and one to the right side. And they're all examples of dripstone formations that were formed by dripping water.
It's the first to employ a full-time tourist guide. Many of the most significant discoveries in the caves were made by its first full-time guide, Johnny van Wassenaar, who served for 43 years from 1891 until his retirement in 1934. He opened many side chambers and introduced thousands of people to the caves. It's the first show cave to have a radio communication system that allows the guides to communicate with the outside world via these radios. This means that anything that happens whilst on tour is communicated to the outside, and any actions that need to be taken can be done within seconds, making the journey even safer and more comfortable. The caves offer a variety of daily tours which are led by experienced, knowledgeable, and accredited cave guides. Tours are offered in English, but Afrikaans, German, French, and other language options may also be available.
There we have our honeymoon bed or our bridal bed. It is very special. It consists of 14 bedclothes instead of 4, with lots and lots of pillows on the inside. Again, it's just imagination. But in the honeymoon bed, there's a green color.
The temperature inside the caves is warm and humid. Visitors are prohibited from entering certain sections of the cave as it is too narrow and is quite risky and dangerous. Visitors are not allowed to walk alone in the caves. There is no ban of taking photographs.
Run. But it's just basic acoustics. If you hit different surfaces, it will make different sounds. But this formation is also semi-translucent. What you see here, this is calcite crystals. Remember I told you there was calcium carbonate in the water. Calcite is just a crystallized form of calcium carbonate. And this right here, this is the reason why people have been vandalizing the cave. They've been stealing the crystals.
The caves contain holes and limestone formations as well as small passages and takes about 1 hour of moderate walking to complete the standard tour. There is also an adventure tour which takes you through some of the narrow passages and takes about an hour and a half to complete. Legend has it that the Cango caves were first discovered by a cattle herder in search of lost cattle and subsequently explored by local farmer Jacobus van Zylen in 1780, after whom the first hole is named. The Cango cave is located on a limestone belt which is 1.5 kilometers wide and almost 16 kilometers long. The limestones were formed by chemical processes approximately 750 million years ago. The caves were molded after being filled with water for a very long period of time and then with the draining rivers carving into the rock. When the caves fell dry, it became a fossil cave, which is when the speleothems began forming. which are mineral deposits formed from groundwater. Stalactites, which are hanging columns, stalagmites, which are columns growing upwards, and helictites, which are columns which grow in all directions, glimmer from every corner of the caves and form magnificent features to the already incredible Cango caves. It was a proud moment for all of us to sing the national anthem before completing the tour of the caves.
Mr. Van Zyl, he was a Dutch farmer. He had a herdsman, a shepherd, and the shepherd was looking for some lost cattle outside. So he found the cave by accident. So he went back to the farm to tell people. Here we go. So this is what he saw when he came in for the first time. Absolutely nothing, okay? This is what we see today. All right. Okay, let's do some singing now. Right? So you can go on the stage. Yeah, that's what they use for the stage in the old days, okay?
नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय